Creating and editing charts. Okay. So this week we're looking at creating Excel chart objects and chart sheets. Use quick layouts and chart styles to design a chart. Edit chart elements, including the titles, data labels, and source data. Format chart elements with shape styles, fills, outlines, and special effects. Use pictures, shapes, and word art in a chart. Build pie charts and combination charts. Create Sunburst and Waterfall charts. Insert and format Sparklines. So let's jump in and get started. Alright, so here we learn a chart object is a distinct item surrounded by a square border. You can see the chart here. It's separate from the worksheet data. The chart object contains chart elements such as the title, the axis, the grid lines that we can edit. We can also size and position it wherever we want it on the page. We can highlight data, including data labels, to apply to the chart. Okay, so here they want us to use the quick analysis tool. And on the quick analysis tool, there's charts. Point to a chart type and then select the chart type. Okay, so here's the quick analysis tool. And we're going to charts. And we want clustered column. Okay. Then here we look at different types of Excel charts. There's 17 different types. You can size and position your chart object. Okay, so they're showing us here you have a move pointer. So we can see that. There's a move pointer that's the 4 arrows. Chart elements button is the plus sign. There's a filter button at the bottom, and then in the middle is chart styles. And then we have the sizing handles. Drag the chart object so that the top left corner is at cell A20. So here's my move arrow. I can click on the chart and drag it until the top of the chart is in cell A20. Resize the chart so the lower right corner of the chart is at cell H35. So it's currently at D33, so I'm going to stretch, 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 and come down, down. Not sure if I'm coming down enough. It'll tell me. The other option is to scroll down right there before you start selecting. Okay, a chart sheet is an Excel chart that displays on its own sheet in a workbook. Chart sheet does not have rows, columns, and cells, but the chart is linked to data on a source worksheet. We can create an automatic column sheet by selecting the data and pressing F11. And as they're showing us here, we can use non-adjacent cells. We can select them by using the control key and then use those for our chart. So here we don't want April, May, and June. We only want July, August, and September. Okay. Using quick layouts and chart styles, apply a quick layout to a chart. Select the chart object or the chart sheet tab. Click the quick layout button on the chart tools design tab in the chart layouts group. Applying a chart style. There's a style thumbnail, again on the chart tools design tab, a chart styles group, and then there's a more button. And they're showing us there. Okay, let's try that one. We're going to apply the style 7 chart style to the chart. So I'm on the design tab and I click the more button, and here you'll see style 7 and apply that to the current chart. Okay, you can also change the chart colors. There's a change colors drop down. It has palettes that are available. And here we're going to apply monochromatic palette 2. This whole line is the palette. If you've ever done painting, they'll have a palette of paints and use those to paint the picture. So here we have to choose from one of the palettes to determine the colors we're going to use in our picture, and they want palette 2. You can print a chart and print it with its data. Okay, now we're on to editing the chart elements and data. So there are various elements to the chart, and they are all listed here, different things that we can edit and change and set up. You can add and remove different chart elements. And we do that using the chart element box. They're not showing me that here. They're showing me the text for the title. And that's what they want me to add. So we'll go try that one and add a title to the chart object above the chart. Okay. So I'm going to have to scroll up just a hair here to get the plus sign. And add chart title and above chart. I'm going to scroll up a little bit and I'm going to select here where it says chart title and type second quarter activity. Okay. When you double click a chart element, the format pane opens with format and design charts choices for the element. Shortcut trying to find things just by double clicking it. We can delete chart elements, add data labels. Data labels are telling you exactly the amount of the data here so you don't have to read it off the chart. Makes it easier to read and reference. Here we have a pie chart. And we're going to add data labels to the pie chart. Click the plus sign and data labels. And you can kind of see here it put the dollar amount on the actual slice. I forgot I could move that window. I can't move anything else. Okay. We can have a data table to show the data that accompanies the chart. And have trend lines, which indicate the trend of data. And chart elements button, you can add trend lines. Add a trend line to the chart, so we hit the plus sign, and at the very bottom is trend line. Switch row and column or transpose the data. You're going to move the data that's in the columns into the rows and the data that's in the rows into the columns. So there's actually a button that does this. It's on the Chart Tools Design tab in the Data group. So we'll go do that. On the Chart Tools Design tab, you'll see Switch Row and Column. We can change the chart type, and there's actually a special button for it on the Chart Tools Design tab in the Type group. Okay, so we'll go to the Design tab and change chart type. And we want clustered columns, so we'll select column. And clustered column is this first one, so we can double click on it. No, it won't let me do that, so I have to pull it up. Come on. No, I guess I did not decrease my indent enough. Because it's not letting me move my window. Yeah. Okay, try it again. Chart type, column, and okay. We can filter the data so that only certain data appears in our chart. Here they want us to filter out excursions. So I'm going to go to the filter down here at the bottom and uncheck excursions and then apply. Adding data series in a chart. So you can select the data, go to the Chart Tools Design tab, Data Group. Here we're looking at formatting chart elements, applying the shape style, outline. You go to Chart Elements, Chart Tools Format tab, and choose the name. Apply shape, fill, outline, and effects. So again, that's Chart Elements list from the Chart Tools Format tab in the current selection group. I think that was apply an outline to the chart element. Change the color of the selected grid lines to black text 1. So we're going to design, add chart element. No, I'm sorry. I'm in the format, outline, and the second one in theme colors, black text 1. Okay, here they're showing us the fill line button, the effects fill group, how to expand these, and the different chart element selections. So you can change the fill shape. Use the format text pane to format the data labels. We can also use pictures, shapes, and word art in a chart. So to do this, we double-click the chart element, fill in line, and you can see here how they added their own picture for the stack amount. Here we're using shapes. Well, it's supposed to be a shape, but it's the same picture. And then word art. So word art gives us different reflections, shadows, neat bubbly looking words and stuff. It would be on the Chart Tools Format tab in the Word Art Styles group. And we want the fourth option in the first row of the Word Art Gallery applied to the title. The title's already selected. So we'll go to the Chart Tools Design tab. I don't know why I'm stuck on it today. Word Art Styles. And we want the fourth one in the first row. Okay, some really neat stuff here on charts, and now we're about to look at building pie and combination charts. So we have 3D pie charts or donut. So on the Chart Tools or on Insert tab in the Charts group, we have 3D pie. So we insert a 3D pie chart. So insert, and we hit the pie chart, and the second group down is 3D. You can see the donut there below it and the difference between those. Pie charts do have elements and options, and we can explode one of the pieces. Double-click the pie shape to open the Data Format Series task pane. So we double-click it. It opens up. We want to change room and cabin rentals to 10% explosion. Room and cabin rentals is the blue. So I'm going to select the blue shape, and you can see that bubbles are only around it, on its corners. And we'll explode it 10%. You can see there how it moves it out from the rest of the chart. That's 10%. Okay, combination charts are two charts combined together on a chart. You have one data series on the right and another data series is typical on the left with the similar baseline at the bottom. Okay, the line and column is the most common combination of charts. So there's actually insert combo charts, and we can pick the type of chart we want to use. Add a clustered column line on the secondary axis combo chart to the worksheet. So insert. I don't know. Okay, so we'll go to insert, and we want combo charts. Hit the drop down, and in the middle is clustered column line on secondary axis. Okay, You can see here the primary axis and the secondary axis. So we're going to display that secondary axis. Now this is something most people do not know how to do. And it's under Add Chart Element. Axis. Okay, it didn't like me doing it that way. Hang on. Chart Tools. Current Selection. Format Selection. Over here on the left. And Secondary Axis. Okay, a few more and we'll be done with the Let Me Tries for this week and have learned a whole lot about charts. Sunburst and Waterfall charts, and they give us an example here. There's the Sunburst, top level, second level, and the third level is the outer layer. It's on Insert Charts and under the Hierarchy Chart Type. So Insert Chart, All Charts, come down to Sunburst, and OK. Waterfalls are about the same. You can see the look of those. They're not the same type of chart, but you insert them in a similar fashion. Inserting and formatting Sparklines. As you can see here, they're little data indicators that fit pretty much in a column by itself. We'd go to the Insert tab and Sparklines, select our data and where to place it. Okay, so our data is already selected. We'll go to Insert, Sparklines here, and we want column. And then our location range is H5 to H8. And then we can format those Sparklines and change the way they look. These are a little bland. They don't really stand out. You want something that kind of stands out, maybe a little bit different colors. So here they're recommending green accent 6, darker 25%. So we're on the Sparkline Design tab. Click the drop down and green accent 6, darker 25%. And I think our last one here is clearing the Sparklines. So again, on the Sparkline Design tab, there's an eraser and we can clear the selected Sparklines group. That's the end of the Let Me Tries for Chapter 3.